Okay, let's talk about mixed reality. You've probably heard the term thrown around a lot lately, but here's the big question we're tackling today. Is it just a passing fad, a cool gimmick, or are we looking at the actual future of how we play games? I mean, really, think about it. Is seeing your own couch while you're fighting off a fire-breathing dragon, is that just a novelty? Or does it fundamentally change the game? That's exactly what we're going to dig into. So, here's our game plan. First, we need to get on the same page about what mixed reality even is. Then, we'll look at the case for it being the future, but we're also going to get real with a dose of reality. What are the problems right now? After that, we'll dive into some of the top MR games you can play today, and finally, we'll give you our verdict. Ready? Let's jump in. Okay, so first things first. Before we can argue about whether it's a gimmick or the future, we have to know what is mixed reality anyway. Let's break down the tech behind all the hype. So here's the key thing to get. Mixed reality isn't just like having a screen floating in front of your face. No. It's way smarter than that. We're talking about digital content that is spatially aware. It knows where your walls are, it understands your furniture. A virtual ball can literally bounce off your real wall and roll under your actual coffee table. That's the magic right there. All right, so how is this different from the VR we all know? Well, with VR, you're totally gone, right? You're in a completely new digital world. But with MR, your world is the digital world. The two are blended. And there are a couple ways they pull this off. You've got video pass-through, like on the Quest 3, where cameras on the headset basically show you a live feed of your room. And then there's optical see-through, like on a Magic Leap, where the digital stuff is projected onto clear lenses you can see through. But the end result is the same. Your living room just became the level. Okay, so now that we've got the what down, let's get to the why. Why should we be excited about this? Let's look at 3 huge ways MR is already starting to redefine what a game can be. Reason number 1, and honestly, this might be the biggest game changer of them all, your room is the arena. Your space, the place you're sitting in right now, is no longer just a room. It's the playground, it's the battlefield, it's the entire game world. And there is no better example of this than a game called Laser Dance. I mean, people are calling it the first essential mixed reality game, and for good reason. The game fills your actual room with a web of virtual lasers, and you have to physically duck, crawl, and contort your body around your own furniture to get through it. Your coffee table is no longer a coffee table, it's cover. It's incredible. Okay, reason number 2, your table is now the game board. Think about it. All the fun of a classic tabletop game night, but supercharged. MR can project a living, breathing, animated game board right onto any flat surface in your house. You've got amazing apps like Demeo, which is kind of the gold standard right now. It just snaps this incredible D&D-style dungeon right on your physical table. Or check out a game called Successor, a tactical RPG that projects what they call a living game board onto your furniture. It's like your little army figures just came to life. And now for reason number 3, and this one is seriously cool. Your space becomes the puzzle box. Because these headsets can scan and understand the layout of your room, the game can adapt to you. The experience is totally customized to your environment, which means my gameplay experience will be different from yours. A perfect example is this game called Cryptic Cabinet. It's literally an escape room that builds itself inside your house. The puzzles are generated based on your room's layout. It might use your actual doorway as part of a clue, or hide something behind your real-life couch. It makes the game feel so personal and intuitive. Okay, it all sounds amazing, right? But let's pump the brakes for a second and get a dose of reality. The tech, as promising as it is definitely not perfect yet. There are some pretty big limitations and criticisms we have to talk about. For starters, the hardware itself has some catching up to do. You're looking at maybe 2.5 hours of battery life, which isn't great. And the headsets can start to feel a little heavy after a while. Then there's the pass-through quality, the camera view of your room. It's gotten way better, but it's still not as sharp as your own eyes, especially in dim lighting. But maybe the biggest immersion breaker is something called dynamic occlusion, or the lack of it. This is when a virtual object stays in front of your real hand, even when your hand should be in front of it. It's a really tough technical problem to solve, making the headset understand your hand's exact position in 3D space, and it can definitely pull you out of the experience. So even with those limitations, there are some absolutely incredible games out there right now that show off what this tech can do. Let's spotlight 3 must-play titles that are really pushing the boundaries. We've already mentioned it, but we have to start with Laser Dance. Upload VR put it perfectly. This is the game you show a friend to make them get what mixed reality is all about. It's the aha moment. Seriously, the concept is so simple, but it's executed perfectly. You are physically moving your body to dodge lasers that have filled your room. It's an amazing workout, and it's just as much fun to watch someone else play as it is to play yourself. It just works. All right, next up for all you tactical thinkers out there is a game called Successor. The praise for this one is all about how it creates this living tabletop game board right on your furniture. It's bringing that classic tabletop RPG feel into a whole new dimension. What makes it so great is that it feels so tangible. You're commanding these little units on a 3D board that's sitting right there on your floor or your table. It takes the deep strategy of a video game and merges it with the satisfying physical presence of a board game. It's the best of both worlds. And finally, we have to talk about what is arguably the benchmark for MR tabletop gaming right now, Demeo. Demeo absolutely nails the feeling of a social board game night. You and your friends, each in your own homes, can gather around the same virtual table, see each other's avatars, and work together to crawl through dungeons and fight monsters. It really proves that MR isn't just about solo experiences. It can be an incredibly powerful tool for connecting with people. All right, we've seen the good, we've seen the bad, we've seen what's possible and where it's still lacking. So let's go back to our original question and put it all together. What's the final verdict? Is mixed reality a gimmick, or is it the future? Here's where we land. It is absolutely not a gimmick, but it's also not quite the future just yet. What it is the beginning of the future. It's a powerful, powerful foundation that is still maturing. The ideas are there, and they are brilliant. The tech just needs a little more time to catch up, but the potential, it's huge. So I want to turn it back to you. What would it take to make you a believer? What's the killer app or experience that would make you say, okay, this is it. This is the future? Would it be a fitness app that transforms your living room, a powerful productivity tool, or is it some mind-blowing game that we have